Hi folks, this is Karim Rao from IT Visualizer channel. We'll continue our lab, the Red Alert Lab. This is the video number 54. We have been discussing in the previous video the following. We have been now working for two videos discussing the topic of securing Office 2016 based on the recommendations of the Department of Defense and the Defense Information System Agency of the United States. We have stated why we are securing Office 2016 and not Microsoft 365 package. We have discussed a lot of topics. We will continue working in this third video on securing Office 2016, but I need to revise or to rediscuss one of the recommendations I have discussed in the previous video. This recommendation was encrypt document properties must be configured for OLE documents. I have stated earlier in the previous video that OLE documents here refer to Office 97 to 2003 documents. This was not correct. OLE refers to a completely different thing. OLE, it's an abbreviation of something called object linking and embedding. Okay, this is basically you can go to an Excel sheet and insert a link to a Word file inside the Excel sheet, and you can go to a Word file and insert a link to a file Excel. Okay, so this is called object linking and embedding. Here is saying that any object inserted in an Office document, especially if it is compatible with the versions of Office 97 to 2003, this object, inserted object, should have its document properties encrypted. We have stated before that the document properties, let me show you all. If you go to any document, or let's first open one of the documents. I have here an Excel sheet. Just a moment. So if you go here to File, okay, and then go to Info, here this is the document properties. Here we can see in Advanced Properties we can from these tabs get a lot of info concerning this document. Here is saying that any object inserted in an Excel sheet or any Excel sheet or Word file or any Office documents, it should have it's encrypted. It should have its properties or document properties to be encrypted. Let's see how we can insert an OLE object. If we go there, for example, to the Office, this is an Excel sheet. If I tell him to insert, okay, and then we go to the text file and then to insert an object, this is how we can insert an OLE object. Let's see here, for example, if you can insert there is a lot of things to insert. You can insert a link to an Adobe Reader PDF, or to insert a link to a PowerPoint presentation, or to insert a link to a Word document, Word document 97 or version 97, Word document. Here, for example, I can insert a link to a Word document. Let's go and open here. Here we will tell me which document you need to link or insert a link to it. Let's wait for a moment and see how we can insert a link to a Word file inside an Excel sheet. So let's see how we can do this. And here he is stating that any inserted object, okay, inside an Office document, this inserted object could be another Office document, or it could be a PDF, it could be an image, it could be something else. Here is saying that you need to encrypt the document properties. Okay, so here we can see, for example, that this he has opened a Word file. So what I have done here, I have inserted a Word file and I can type a lot of things here. Okay, and now here we can see that we have Word file. Here I can open a Word file. Okay, so here I can insert this document. It is a Word file. Okay, this is a Word file. As we see, when I double click on it, it takes me to a Word file. Okay, this is a Word file. Okay, I have typed a lot of things here and this is a Word file. Okay, when I double click on it, it will open in Word. Okay, he's saying that any document inserted, and by the way, you can insert a link to another object. So for example, if we can go there and tell him, for example, to insert a PDF, if you go there and tell him to insert an Acrobat document, I can insert a PDF. So here we can see that it opens Word. He's saying which PDF you need to insert. So if you go to my desktop and insert, for example, this document, oh sorry, he opens the Adobe Reader program. Okay, let's see how this will be reflected in the Excel sheet. So here we can see that he has inserted, what we have done now, we have inserted a Word file, and then we have inserted a PDF. Here I have inserted a certain PDF inside an Excel sheet. Here is saying any Word file or any object you insert inside any Office document, its document properties should be encrypted. This is what we were talking about the last video. Okay, I have mistaken for the OLE to something, I have thought it is an Office document. Okay, so this was not the case. Any inserted object inside an Office document, which is called OLE object in this specific case, its document properties should not be available and should be encrypted. Okay, so this was I'm talking about. So let's go and continue with the new recommendation, or the other recommendation. Here is saying that Office presentation service must be removed as an option from presenting PowerPoint and Word online. Okay, this policy allows you to remove Office presentation service from the list of online presentation services in PowerPoint and Word. This list appears when a user selects Present Online from the Share tab in Backstage View and in the ribbon in the PowerPoint. Let's see if we open a PowerPoint, let's see if we can see this option online. So it's saying here is saying that you can share your PowerPoint presentation to users outside your network, or users in another location, or users on the internet. Okay, so let's see if we have, for example, this PowerPoint presentation. Okay, here we can see that I think when I make it as a slideshow, just a moment, here I think there is something called share. Let's see if we make it like this. So we can share it, PowerPoint presentation from background. No, I think, just a moment guys, he is saying that we can share the share tab. Where is the share tab here? View or view home, how we can share an online. So let's see how we can share a PowerPoint online. Here is saying that you should not share a PowerPoint online to other users on the internet. Okay, only display PowerPoint presentations to your users inside your network. Let's say PowerPoint online share and PowerPoint online. This is how we can share a PowerPoint online. Select share on the ribbon, enter the names. Where is the share? Let's see how we can do this, how we can share a PowerPoint online. So where is the share? Select share on the ribbons. How we can see the share? Let's see if we have share here. If you go to home, where is the share button? Okay, insert. No, there is no here. Draw, sign, or transition, slideshow, record, or review. Let's see how we can share here. Share. Okay, here you say share to collaborate with others. Please save a copy of your file to an online location and change the file type to PPTX. So here we can share a document to an online location on the cloud, or a location on the cloud, and then users can access this file online. Here is saying that you should not remove Office presentation service from the list of online presentation services in PowerPoint. This list appears when a user selects present online from the share tab. Let's see how we can present online. This is sharing on cloud. This is basically we can know, but let's see how we can share PowerPoint online service. Okay, here you say broadcast your PowerPoint presentation online to a remote. Oh, this is it. So this is the thing he's talking about. He's thinking that you should not put your or present your PowerPoint to users remotely outside your network. He is saying, let's see what is the description here. It is saying that this feature is no longer available in most versions of PowerPoint for Windows. To present live to a remote audience, so it's a remote presentation to live audience, you should use PowerPoint Live or live presentations in PowerPoint for the web. So it is not used anymore. Okay, it is here is saying PowerPoint 2021, PowerPoint 2019, PowerPoint 2016. So let's see if we can have this option there. It is from slideshow, and let's see if we have it here. He's saying that it is removed already. So let's see here. He's saying that how we can do this. We can do it from slideshow, present online, Office presentation service. So here it is not there anymore. Okay, online, present online. The Office service is a free public service that comes with Microsoft Office. You can use this service to present to people who can watch in a web browser and download the content. You will need a Microsoft account to start the presentation. Okay, I can't see this option here from my PowerPoint. Here we cannot see slideshow. Here we can't see anything. Let's see if there is something in the ribbon. I think we can file. If you go to the options, let's see if we can configure the ribbon, customize ribbon. Okay, and see where is the PowerPoint or the file tabs. Let's see the file tab, all tabs, all tabs. Okay, let's see here where is the slideshow. Start slideshow. Yes, this is the online presentation. If we tell him to add, okay, and this we can see online presentation. Tell him add. Commands need to be added to custom groups. To create a group, pick up a tab in the list and click new group. New group. Okay, and tell him to add this to the new group. Okay, this is a new group. Rename. We can tell him present online. Okay, and tell him okay, and then let's add this one. Okay, present online, and then tell him okay. Here we can see that the present online, it is dimmed. Okay, I don't know why actually, but let's see why. If I example tell him to start from the beginning and right click, screen, PowerPoint options. Okay, let's skip this one. Why it is not working, I don't know actually, but if we click here, online presentation. So if you go again file and options, okay, and tell him customize ribbon, and we can see online presentation. Here all of them are not working. Why? I don't know actually. So tell him to remove, and then we will tell him to add again all tabs. Okay, and then let's open the slideshow and then start slide, and then we tell him to add. Okay, why it's not there? Present in Teams, so you can present it online through Microsoft Teams, but why it is not? It is under the start slide. Okay, oh, so it's there already, present online, but it is dimmed for some reason. So the start online, it is there already, but it doesn't appear present in Teams. Okay, let me see if I can get it from here. If you tell him customize show, customize, but here I can't see all of it. Okay, here I only see custom shows, but only here these are the things that appears for me. But if I tell him again file and options, okay, and customize ribbon, and then let's see start slideshow from the beginning, online presentation, this is, it doesn't appear for me for some reason, and this one also doesn't appear. I don't know why. Main tabs, okay, I think this is something here. I don't know why it's not working, but for some reason it is dimmed, and he is saying that it is not available anymore. Okay, so it is not available anymore as Microsoft says, but here he is saying in the Department of Defense and the Defense Information System Agency of the United States that you should not enable this feature. This feature should be disabled, and this feature helps you to present your presentation to remote users outside your network. Okay, so this is why we should disable it, because we don't know, or we do not need outside access to our documents. Okay, so we need to remove this kind of thing. Okay, so we need to disable something like this: remove online or remove Office presentation service from the list of online presentation services in PowerPoint and Word. Okay, so we should remove this feature. Okay, so we should not let any users outside our network to see our PowerPoint presentations. You can present it through Microsoft Teams, or put it on the cloud, or send it by email so they can open it, but not to make it accessible remotely. So remove, here we see that remove Office presentation service from online services. Okay, from services from list or from online PowerPoint presentation. The ability to create an online presentation programmatically must be disabled. So here he's saying that this policy allows you to restrict the ability to create an online presentation programmatically in PowerPoint and Word. If you enable this policy setting, an online presentation cannot be created programmatically. If you disable or do this configuration, an online presentation can be created programmatically. Anyway, here is saying that you should not present your PowerPoint presentation to remote users, and you should not create a PowerPoint presentation online. Okay, so this also means that they can access it. So he's saying that you should not create PowerPoint presentations to be accessible online. You can create a PowerPoint presentation to be accessible offline or through your network, not to outside users. Okay, so we will restrict creating of online presentations. Okay, so we will not let users see our PowerPoint presentations remotely, or to create and access them online. Okay, so this is very clear. Restrict programmatic access for creating online presentations in PowerPoint and Word. So I need to see something here, guys. If there is an option, just a moment, if we can go to the PowerPoint, let's see if there is a way to create an online PowerPoint presentation. If we open this one and then we try to see the options of the PowerPoint online service, let's see here customize ribbon, and let's see the home. No, we see the slideshow and startup slideshow. Yes, and then online presentation, Office services, or this is Office presentation service, this is the one, or presentation service, and Office online, present online. So these two options, you can present online or create a PowerPoint presentation online, this is the option, and to publish it remotely, or to see users to see your PowerPoint remotely using Office presentation service. So present online, you can create a PowerPoint presentation that will be available online. This is one. And the other thing, Office presentation service, is to let users view your PowerPoint presentations remotely. These are the two, and you actually have it damped, so we will not use it anyway. So let's continue. We close this PowerPoint presentation. Restrict access for creating programmatically PowerPoint presentation. When using the Office feedback tool, the ability to include a screenshot must be disabled. So you can, there is something called feedback. You can send your feedback concerning any Microsoft products. You can send it through an option called feedback in the Office. Here is saying that you should disable sending feedback to Microsoft servers or Microsoft websites concerning their products, especially if you include a screenshot. So here is saying that this policy manages whether the Office feedback tool allows the user to send a screenshot of their desktop with their feedback to Microsoft. The Office feedback tool allows users to provide Microsoft feedback regarding their positive and negative experience when using Office. If you enable this policy setting, Office tool will allow users to send a screenshot of the desktop. This is the security point here. This will include a screenshot of the desktop, which could contain sensitive data or sensitive shortcuts of programs that the user uses, or sensitive documents are on the desktop. So this should not be allowed. With their feedback to Microsoft, you disable this policy, the Office feedback tool will not allow the user to send a screenshot of their desktop with their feedback to Microsoft. If you not configure this group policy, the behavior is equivalent to enabled. So we need to disable it, because not configured means it is enabled. So we need to disable this feature. Should disable this feature. Trust Center, and then allow users to include screenshots with their feedback. We need to disable this feature. This is the one we need to make it disable. In the Trust Center, allow including of screenshots and attachments. Actually, you can include not only a screenshot, you can include attachments, something like files or images, or not images, you can include other attachments, maybe text files or something. Anyway, the ability to run unsecure Office web add-ins and catalogs must be disabled. So there is some add-ons that can be added to the Office to add more functionality or new features to it. This setting allows users to run unsecure web add-in, where are add-ins that have web page or catalog locations are not SSL secured HTTPS and are not in users internet zones. If you enable this policy setting, users can run unsecure apps to enable specific unsecure web add-ins. You almost also configure the trusted web add-in catalog policy setting to trust the catalogs that contains those add-in. So you can add some add-ins or some small programs to the Office to make it do more features. For example, I have here specifically what he's talking about. There is some add-in. For example, I have here something called Paragon comic characters. Here I can insert characters. This is an add-in. This allows me to add some animations to my PowerPoint presentations, and this add-in connects to a website online to get the animations and features I need. So for example, here we can see that I can add some characters here. These characters, okay, he is talking to a website online, so this add-on communicates with a web server and gets the animations from. Here he is saying that this kind of add-ins should be disabled, or if you know, or if you have, you know, some websites that are secure, you should inform the office to allow this kind of websites to include their add-ins to your PowerPoint presentation. So this is Paragon. This is an add-on that communicates with the web server, okay, and gets these animations, okay. So he's saying that this web server could not be secure, or it's not secure, or it is not using HTTPS protocol, okay, or it's not, the connection to this server is not secure, or the web server itself is not known, or it is maybe a malicious web server. So if you have a web server that you trust, and you trust adding add-ins from them on the PowerPoint, you should include it in a group policy, okay, to allow the PowerPoint program to install this add-in from these web servers. Okay, let's see here what he's saying. Again, he's saying this policy allows users to run unsecure web add-ins. I have shown you all what is a web add-in, where our add-ins are that have a web page or catalog locations that are not SSL, not secure, okay, and are not in users' internet zones. Okay, if you enable this policy, users can run unsecure apps to enable specific unsecure web add-in, and also configure the trusted web add-in catalog policy setting. Okay, this is something in a group policy to tell him what web adds-in is trusted to be installed. Okay, so we'll tell him trust catalogs allow unsecure web adds-in, and catalogs is set to be disabled. Okay, because this website, that the one that I showed you, maybe it's not secure, so we need to disable adding these add-ons from these web servers. So let's continue. Here we need to go and disable adding of web adds-in. So I think here is something like an option. It's from Trust Center, so it's in the Trust Center. It's in security setting, Trust Center. Okay, no, security setting. Okay, Trust Center, and then here you can see that not in privacy, it is in security setting. Okay, it's not there, it's not in privacy, it is in security setting, in security setting. It is in security setting. Okay, let's go further here. Again, security setting. Okay, so here I didn't know, I didn't notice it, but anyway, it is in security setting, and you can tell him this group policy Trust Center trust catalogs allow unsecure web adds-in and catalogs to be disabled. The next recommendation, the Office Telemetry agent must be configured to obfuscate the file name, file path, and title of Office documents before uploading telemetry data to the shared folder. So here is saying that we know that telemetry, it is an option that sends to Microsoft the activity of your Office program or your Windows to analyze it and see if there is some problems concerning the Office or the Windows, so they can solve it in the next versions of Windows or Office. Okay, so he's saying that when the telemetry Office service try to send data to Microsoft concerning some Office documents, the name of the file of the Office and the file path and the title of the document should be obfuscate. Obfuscate here means it is should be not displayed, or it should be blurred. Okay, let's see what is obfuscate, I will show you all what is this name, or what we means that when you send data to Microsoft through the telemetry concerning Office documents, the file name, file path, and title of the document should not be sent. Okay, should not be sent, or it should be not clear. So Microsoft should not know the file name or the file path of the title of the document. Okay, let's see what is the meaning of this name, or the meaning of this word. Let's see. I will search it through Microsoft or search it through Google and see it. Okay, so he's saying that Office Telemetry Agent to disguise or obfuscate certain file properties that are reported in telemetry data. Okay, so he say disguise, or to not display this data to Microsoft. Okay, so we'll see what is the meaning of this word. Okay, so some file properties should not be sent to Microsoft through the Office Telemetry service. Let's see the meaning of this name, the meaning of this word. If we go and try to search Google for the meaning of this word, he's saying here that unclear. So you need to make this data unclear, make obscure, unclear, or unintelligible. Obscuration is the dispersion of intended meaning by making message difficult to understand, confusing, or unclear. Okay, so the name of the file, the title of the file, the path of the file should be unclear, or not understandable, or not to be displayed to Microsoft, or not to be sent to Microsoft, or if it is sent, it should be difficult to interpret, or difficult to know. Okay, or difficult to see. Okay, so this is the meaning. Anyway, this is the meaning of the word. So this is clear. Confuse, blur. Okay, so we need to tell him turn on privacy setting in Office Telemetry Agent. Okay, turn on privacy setting in Office Telemetry data, telemetry dashboard. Yes, this is the turn on privacy. So we tell him enable and apply and OK. So this is also secure our data. Okay, especially if it is in a secure environment like the military. Here is saying that the ability, sorry guys, 28. Okay, again, the ability to send personal information to Office must be disabled. This policy controls whether the user can send personal information to Office. When users choose to send information, Office 2016 applications automatically send information to the Office. If you enable this policy, users will opt into sending personal information to Office. Okay, so he's saying that you should not send personal information to Office servers, Office application servers in Microsoft data center maybe. So saying sending personal information should not be allowed. Okay, he's saying that policy control whether users can send personal information to Office. Okay, maybe, I don't know, send to Office website or what, so and so. Govern use of external resources, opting user into program might cause them to violate these policies. Anyway, users cannot send personal information to Office. Okay, this is something we need to also to strict on. Send personal information should be prohibited. So this is in the trust center. Send personal information should be prohibited. Okay. Okay, let's continue. And now our PDF has ended, so we have ended working with or securing our Office 2016 application. We will continue in the upcoming video, or we'll begin securing Adobe Reader, which is a famous PDF viewer program. So hope this video informative you all, and thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.